Welcome to the show. Tonight, we are sitting down with, the Justin Fitzwater. Almost 8 years with KC Fire. Owner, operator of Fitzwater Leather out of KC obviously. Good buddy, in person, looking at his pretty face right now. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here, my friend.
I am happy to have you here. Drinking some beers.
That's right.
Always.
That's right.
As we do when we get together, which is not nearly enough anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not. As we've navigated getting this thing to record, we were reminiscing on that, and I wanted to say you're the only person, the only friend that's mutually a dad that I've hung out with and done like full-blown daddy daycare with.
Yes, we did do a daddy daycare night.
I mean, I've done like a couple of hours here and there, but we did the full-blown thing.
Oh yeah, because our wives are like, "Fuck you! Here's all 6 kids.
Yeah,
we're leaving."
And we did it.
We did it. We killed it.
We did.
The kids may have been drugged at the time.
Yeah, each of them had,
or we were just drunk.
There was combined 3 socks between 6 kids.
That's fine.
It was perfect.
That's fine.
It was a good time.
They can share.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah,
we should do it again.
I've reminisced on that day several times, actually, legitimately.
We should always do it again.
Look you dead in your eyes. I've reminisced on that day several times. That was a good time.
That was a good time.
Heck yeah, dude.
Well, Mr. Fitzwater.
Hello.
Let's get into it, dude.
I would love to.
So, long time. Well, not long time. I mean, almost 8 years now. KC You bounced from a couple firehouses.
Yeah.
You started Rescue 1. Totally badass.
Yeah.
Did a little trucky work. Even more badass. Sorry, rescue guys, but trucky here.
That's right.
So trucky works is the work. Did a pumper. A lot of rescues. Lot of time on the what do you guys call your ambulances now?
The shit box. Is
Is that the technical term?
That is the technical term.
Okay.
Shitbox Uber. No. When you come out of the academy, you float a district until you have a spot that you're placed within.
Until you get flushed down.
Right. So I floated District 106, which is kind of, to people who may not know, I've always equated it to like the Westport area is kind of the chief house of 106 is the Westport Firehouse, Station 19.
And in Kansas City, that is what part of the city?
I mean, it's like, I would call it like central southwest, I guess you could call it. I mean, it's not as far south as you can get.
So South Central KC, the hood.
Yeah, it's not as central as you could get, but I mean, I would still call it relatively the heart of the city.
Right.
Definitively downtown is what I would call District 102. That's what, I mean, personal opinion, that's what I would call it. I mean, the Station 8 where Battalion 102's chief is in is their logo says downtown.
Right.
I don't know. Let's go off of that, right? So that's definitively downtown. But yeah, so I was in 106 for like a year and a half, and then I got placed at Station 44, which is the Zona Rosa area, which is like
way up north.
Yeah, like northwest.
Like airport up
north of the river, west. Right. And it runs nursing homes, really, for the most part.
A lot of residential up there.
I actually liked it a lot. My captain at the time is now a chief on the department. And he was really nice. I mean, it was refreshing being around all these like knuckle busting, salty firemen in 106, kind of introduced to the job and was like, damn, dude, most people are nice. Some people are not nice at all.
Right.
And trying to navigate my way through that. A little backstory. I got on the job as a grown man with children.
Right.
And then I'm still showing up like, who's the new kid? Like, so it was weird to be like in this position.
But you're also legacy.
Yeah.
At KC
yeah.
Because
I guess we should say that.
He's a knuckle dragging salty bastard too. I've met him a couple times.
I guess we should say that I got daddy time, uncle time, grandpa's cousin time. So I've been.
I mean, there's not a lot of legacies anymore in the firehouse. People don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And you're how many generation now legacy?
So technically 3. I guess it'd be 3rd generation.
Grandpa, dad, you, yeah.
Grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it's 3.
That works.
Dad, uncle, grandpa, and then grandpa's cousin
Right.
was a battalion chief, Claude Fitzwater.
Claude. What a good name.
It is a good name.
That's my
dude.
grandpa's name.
If I had a son, that'd be something to think about. Like if I had another son.
Another one. Right.
Yeah. But so yeah, I got placed at Station 44, and then a paramedic who didn't have to maintain his medic license to like be on the fire department on KC.
Interesting.
There's a weird integration period where some guys need to be medics to keep their job, some guys don't.
Right.
This guy didn't, and he bumped me out of my spot. So you get placed, and then it goes up for bid. And based on seniority, they bid that spot.
Right.
And then, so that guy won the bid, and I got bumped into District 104, which is one of the more firefighting districts.
Oh, yeah. Jobtown.
Yeah, well, I'd say that, but it's kind of some lame shit. I cut my finger cutting potatoes
Poor little guy.
and got stitches put in my finger. And
You
put
okay
me
now?
on, yeah.
Have you recovered from that?
Dude, yeah,
Okay.
it's actually kind of embarrassing. They put me on modified duty,
Some therapy for
and
that?
so like the whole time I was in 104, I was just wore one glove and cooked food for everybody at Station 23,
As you should.
which had the former nickname of being like the Shark Tank. Like these guys are hammering the shit out of me the whole time, and because I look like this big puss that's in here just with my glove on. The lady that's representing our injuries and everything is like, you need to stay off for risk of infection and all this stuff. And I mean, some guys push on and go back to the job. I didn't. I stayed on modified, wait till my finger got healed up, and then I got placed on Rescue 1. So
So it worked out.
No, false. Rewind.
Liar.
I didn't go straight from 104 to Rescue 1. I went straight from 104 to Harbor 27 Hazmat.
Ooh.
Which I was there for.
Is that why you glow a little bit at night?
Maybe.
Okay.
I was there for, I don't know, a few weeks. I tried to stay. It didn't get worked out till I get bumped across the floor or anything like that.
Right. And that's one of those specialty ones that people probably try to get to.
Well, you're a month on the pumper in-house, and then you're a month on the hazmat rig. So a lot of guys try to go there because the month you're on the hazmat rig, you really don't do much. You train,
Right.
but like as far as call volume goes, I mean that hazmat rig doesn't roll out unless it's a hazmat call. Which how often does that happen? Let's be
Right.
real. So necessary for the city, but not necessary as far as like every day. So it's nice. They get kind of a break when they're on the hazmat rig, and then so anyways, it's a coveted spot. Not to mention the location that it's in. They fight a lot of fire on that pumper.
Nice.
So I got to do stuff there, and then from there I went to Rescue 1.
Right.
And so,
Which is where you were when we started hanging out. When we moved to Kansas City, we started hanging out.
yeah,
You
we
were
moved to
Rescue 1.
KC.
So a lot of your Rescue 1
Yeah.
cronies I know.
Yeah. Yeah. 'cause
So
you-
that's my Casey Mo fire family is Rescue 1.
yeah,
Because that's the people I know.
I really enjoyed it. I really bought in. I knew I always wanted to do something extra. I didn't want to just, and that sounds ridiculous, but I knew I wanted to do something more than just a standard fire truck.
Right.
Like I wanted to be in a specialty line of work.
Right.
And I've always said, especially after I did it, I remember being on the phone with my dad and being like, Dad, I'm going to get bumped to Rescue 1 at a hazmat. They give you the opportunity to decline the spot. Like, rumor has it, I don't know this for certain, but rumor has it like rescues in New York and stuff are like by application, and you got to, go through this like rigorous, almost, I don't know, some sort of like weeding out process.
Like a tryout.
KC is you're placed there, and then you can choose to say yes or no. And I was like, I think I want to do it. And my dad was like, I think you should. I think it'd be great for young guys to do. And everybody I talked to was like, yeah, dude, young guys getting on Rescue 1 is a great idea. Because then that training sticks with you. So I was like, all right.
And it's not just fire training. Like you guys, rappel, you dive, you confined space, all that shit.
Yeah. It's high angle, swift water, trench, structural collapse. Then you get like more advanced techniques into.
Like I used to brag. Like,
oh,
I got a friend, Rescue 1 Casey Mo. Like, what you got?
What's funny is Rescue 1 used to, like, when I got on there, and, like, the general reputation of Rescue 1 was it was kind of like the like, redheaded stepchild of the rescue division.
Because Rescue 9's...
Rescue 9 fights a shitload of fire.
They're the guys.
And Rescue 31 is at Station 17, which is in 106, which is, like, known for being, like, this another one of those salty dog type firehouses.
Right.
It still has an open bunk. It's like one of the last of the dying open bunks, the elusive open bunk firehouses. It's a big firehouse. It's a 3-rig firehouse, and it's no ambulance. So it's an old school, like it stayed the same for so long. So, anyways, Rescue 1 was kind of the redheaded stepchild of the bunch. But I always said that Rescue 1 had the highest probability of doing actual rescue shit. You're in 102, the downtown district.
Right.
You're right by the river. You're closest to the Northland where your trench rescues and all that construction's going on because Northland's developing. Right. So I've always said that if there was a rescue that had the highest probability of running an actual rescue call, it would be Rescue 1.
Right.
We're the first to the river, first to everything. The only Swiftwater can get kind of weird. I mean, Brush Creek will flood over, and that would during a heavy rain and all that stuff like that. And we're not closest to that, but we're the closest to the boats. So we're going to bring you boats and stuff if, in situations like that. So Rescue 1 was cool, man. I got to do a lot of stuff. It was exciting. It was fun. It was fun to go see, Worlds of Fun being that amusement park closest to us. That's where we do our Swiftwater training, is in their like inner tube, 6-man inner tube ride. Right. Fury of the Nile is what it's called here. So I'm jumping in it. You don't realize that if you're on the ride, it feels like it's like 12, 13 feet deep. You're on the Nile River.
It's like a foot deep.
It's like, your ass is scraping the whole time. Like definitely don't jump in feet first.
There's a lot of concrete.
Yeah. So to be able to do shit like that and do like a night drill on the river, and eventually once I got trained up and passed all my courses, I guess you could call them, training classes and stuff, you become a victim once you're
right in
training. Once
I'm sure they loved you being a victim.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, because do they have dry suits that fit a fellow your size?
Of course.
That's good. That's good.
They're large.
Because if you didn't know, Justin Fitzwater is a small in stature fella.
Yeah.
Very small.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Tall,
tiny. I don't know, 5', 6'3", something.
4.
6'4", whatever. I was in between.
We'll round up to 4. I'm probably 6'3" with no shoes on.
Well, you're 6'3.5" with no pants on, so.
There we go. Watch out.
Right.
But,
digress.
Floating on the river, we do a night drill, floating on the river on your back and looking up at the stars and seeing like the downtown's lights shining.
It's magical.
Yeah, dude. I mean, how many people can say in the middle of the night they floated on their back down the Missouri River? That was cool.
Not many people have gotten hepatitis that way, but
yeah. Just beating the brakes off an Asian carp in the middle of the night. But yeah, it was, it was cool.
A lot of people don't understand the kind of cool shit that we really get to do.
Yeah.
Like the behind the scenes stuff. Mm-hmm. There were restaurants in the town that I was a firefighter in that I tell people, you don't want to go eat there. I've been in their kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Just kind of like the backstage pass on shit. Like
it really is.
To be able to show up to something and be like, yeah, we belong here.
Yeah.
Like you could just walk in,
like you own the
do
place.
what you want to do. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every, little restaurant, probably not, but like, we were closest to the downtown bar district. And so there'd be nights you just cruise around and you go check out and see who's playing at the Hot Country Nights concert.
Right.
Just go watch them for an hour and then go back to the firehouse.
Right.
I mean, you're out in the district. You got your radio on everything.
You're amongst the peoples.
Yeah, you get to go do stuff and check it out, especially being on a rescue, floating around and checking out buildings and doing all
and people think you're extra cool when you get a call and you run away, like when you're eating dinner and stuff. People think that's extra cool.
I don't think there's a fireman in the world that does it, like, at least for a second, take note when they're like running out of the grocery store for a call of the people that are like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. Are the little kids watching me right now?
Yeah. You got to like shove the cart full of groceries like into the meat department's cooler to keep cold while you run your call. It does feel cool.
So
I mean, just own it for what it is. That shit feels cool.
Which firehouse have you spent the most time at?
That would be, Station 25, Rescue 1. Mm-hmm. That was the one I was at there for the longest.
And I
Which
know,
is only like 4 years, but that was.
But
the
still,
longest,
that's a long time in a fire service.
Yeah.
So of that firehouse, and I know a lot of those guys because I know the crew would show up to the world famous crawfish bowl.
Watch out, bowl.
Yeah. World famous.
World famous.
I mean,
Heard across the land.
Heard across all the lands,
We fly the crawls in live from Raceland, Louisiana.
which is where I met a lot of your crew.
Yeah.
Captains, a couple captains.
Yeah, you got to rub elbows with a lot of dudes there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Old Man Fitz.
And my father.
Old Man Fitz. I like rubbing elbows with that guy because he's a small-statured fellow as well.
Yeah. He packs a punch.
So Station 25, Rescue 1.
Okay.
What would be a story that is always told at Station 25 with a crew of Rescue 1? Like anytime you guys are sitting in a bay, after call, whatever, or talking about some dumb shit that happened, what comes to mind?
Okay. That helps.
That sparked it.
A rescue has 6 dudes, has 6 crew members on it at a time.
Right. You got a driver, a captain, you got 2 in the back. Do you got 2 inside?
You got 4 in the back, 2 in the front.
Is it a door, like an inside, or is it a walk on top?
It's not a walk through.
Okay.
It's ours are weird. They're Pierce rescue rigs. They got 4, 2 and 2 staring at each other in the back. Then you got like the doghouse, and then you got captain driver.
Right.
The guy sitting immediately back to back with the driver is also a driver.
That doesn't make any sense.
I wish I could tell you. I spent all that time. I wish I could tell you why. Something to do with like operational needs.
Okay.
But that is what it is. They got 2 drivers on, and but for the longest time that I was there, we only had 1 technical driver. You either had a guy that was like floating around that got placed there and was just hanging out there for the time, and then would leave because he didn't want to accept the spot, or you got, anyways, or it's just a vacancy, and then we'd have guys for overtime always pick that spot, whatever. You always kind of had somebody new technically riding in that spot. So we had 1 driver, and he is the best. He's also a Fitz, just last name's different.
Just happened to be that way.
Fitzgerald, yeah, and he's the man. I love this guy. He's so funny. Once you got to know him, he was the best. He always had a story or whatever, but he
old school guy.
Not really old school. He'd been around for a while. Just a goofball.
Right.
I mean, just a really like a genuinely nice fella that was fun. And
Right.
one of those guys, it means a lot when a guy comes to the station. We work 24 on, 48 off. So on your 48 off, something happened that he had on the 24 to tell you about. And, a lot of guys don't have that. It's cool for a guy to come back after that time you spent away to point at the firehouse for your shift, and he has a story to tell.
Right.
And he'd be like, Fitz, let me tell you something. He'd tell me something that he did over the 48. There for a while, he had kind of a run where he was getting in little fender benders a lot. Like sideswiping cars, because we're in the old... It's technically Columbus Park, which is our historically Italian area. Station 25 is all red, white, and green.
That's nice. Pod dog running out to the doorbell.
All right. Yeah, doorbells.
That's right. It's real, people. It's
trying
real.
to navigate it with kind of 2 families combined upstairs.
It's fine. It's real. It's fine.
It is. But we're in the northeast area, and it's tight streets. Cars parked on the curb for miles. That's kind of where we're driving this big rescue through. So he had a history of kind of sideswiping some people. There for a while, he had a good run, and we popped off a regular a house fire. We were going to it, and there's a tight bend right by our firehouse where you pull off the apron, make a right, and then you're making a hard left around a parking garage apartment complex. With the lights on, sirens going, everything, he slams the brakes, pulls the air brake, and puts it in park. And it's like, what the heck? What are you doing, Fitz? And he's like, yep, I got him. I got him. Yep, I got him. We're like, what is going on? Siren's still going on. Like, what do you mean you got him? He had like taken the bumper off of some pizza delivery guy that we didn't even see, didn't even feel it. And it was like, oh my God. And that like marked a pivot point, I think, in his mind, like, oh my gosh, like my captain's not going to write this up. And there's this whole process. And so, a few shifts go by, maybe a month goes by. He comes in. Our captain's last name was Weaver. And he came in, he's like, Weave. I
met Weave.
Yeah, Weaver's the best. He's like, Weave, you're never going to believe it. And we're like, what do you mean you're never going to believe it? He's like, I went to the eye doctor, and he says I need glasses. It's like, dude, you've been running into cars for like the last month, and now you've decided that you need glasses. This is one of the funniest moments.
by the way,
Weave, you're never going to believe it. They told me I need glasses. No shit.
I when I did some time at Lake of the Ozarks, when I started firefighting, we ran a call for mutual aid for a neighboring town district.
Yeah.
And they needed to use our airbags on our truck. I was driving for some reason. I have no idea why. And we're driving down this dirt road that was plowed so high that it probably had like, I don't know, 18 inches of dirt on the side. And there wasn't anything. Like, it was just like a bowling alley with bumpers up.
Nice.
And there was a little trench on the left-hand side that was a drop-off that would have tipped the truck over.
Yeah.
And we're driving down this thing, and we get there, and it's like trooper, sheriff, trooper. And my captain's like, you can weave through all that. No, I can't.
No.
He's like, oh, you're fine. You got it. We get up towards the front finally, navigating all this. And they're all looking out the side window. I was like, am I good? Because I'm about to fall off into this trench. He goes, yeah, you're good. Went ahead and drove through, ripped the bumper off the front of a state trooper car,
Perfect.
Slashed his tire, and he came up to do a police report for me.
Oh.
Like, took his little notebook out and was like, so tell me what happened.
So tell you what happened.
We came to a call, and you were parked in the way. I mean, you guys had like an hour to move cars so we could get our truck in here.
Whoa.
He's like, so have you been drinking tonight?
Have you been drinking tonight?
Are you fucking kidding me? Really, dude?
Hold on a minute.
We had to wire his bumper up for him and change his tire because he wouldn't do it. He was so mad.
Oh, no.
But it was fine because after that, I saw him like driving through our town for like a week and a half after that, and his wired up bumper and his mismatched wheel.
Yeah.
I would just laugh every time I saw him. Like, you're an idiot, dude.
It's my handiwork.
Right.
Somebody who builds like decks and fences on the side drives by the house and is like, see that deck? I did that.
I did
You
that.
can say that about that.
You're welcome.
see that bumper?
You're welcome.
That was me.
Charge the state.
How you doing?
Yeah. Note to the listeners, get glasses if you can't see when you drive.
Yeah. I mean, I think he could probably see fine. It was hilarious that he had been,
All that time?
It was obvious because he was good. Nothing was wrong. He was kind of an anxious fella. So, like, leading up to it, nothing had ever really happened. But he had this 1 month where he had a good run.
Just a good run.
It was like, what is going on here? And then he comes back and is like, you're never going to believe it. It's like, no, we believe it, dog. You've been running into things. That's not good. But he was good. He was exactly what we needed on the rig for sure.
Yeah.
To have a guy that's like so funny. Like,
he's going to get there, and he's going to get to the scene no matter what.
No, yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah, he never like blasted somebody hard or anything. It was all little shit like that, but it was hilarious every time.
In your time with Casey Moe,
yeah,
you've seen a couple of rookies come through. You were a rookie at one point after Academy.
Yeah.
What is the worst rookie mistakes you've ever seen? Or just mistake, just one. It could be you. You don't have to name names.
Oh, yeah. So I got a couple. One, I heard of a guy bringing Quick Trip donuts on his first day to a firehouse. We got this tradition.
All the good Kansas City donuts around here, and he picked Quick Trip.
Right. We got a tradition your first day at the firehouse, you bring in donuts.
Right.
And he brought in Quick Trip donuts. It's unrecoverable. That's a good way to be. That's a bad mistake.
With places like Lamar
I don't
around
even know
here.
if I'd call that a rookie mistake. That's just being half-assed. Like, nobody told. Maybe.
But he didn't try.
But he was out of my academy class.
So you're guilty by association?
No. So he should have known. Because my academy, I was there. I mean, obviously, my dad was telling me all the little rules and shit like that. But this guy, the academy instructors, I can only speak on who instructed us because that was my experience.
Of course.
And they definitely told us some rules to go off of. One of the instructors was really it was a cool sentiment. He actually gave a piece of paper that said be the first to get up and do dishes. Like, he had this whole thing written out for guys who weren't raised in this lifestyle. I mean, grew
not
up with
raised
my
in
dad,
it, but like it's a culture thing. You should know when you apply to the fire department, you're going to be low in the totem pole. You're going to be, hey, you're doing dishes, you're cooking, you're mopping the floor. That's kind of how it is. Like
True.
you got
donuts would be weird. That would be weird.
Right.
You wouldn't know that. So, but I can't even defend him there because he had a piece of paper that said buy the right donuts. So, whatever. That was a bad mistake. One of the worst run-ins I ever had with a captain, who still to this day we probably don't see eye to eye, was when I was floating. I still wasn't. I was on the job training at the time, but I don't think there's been an academy class. Casey's kind of dysfunctional with this. I don't think there's ever been a class that's come out of the academy that's had the same exact trajectory as the other. It's always been weird. So like we came out and we did like on the job training for a while, and then like right in the middle of what you would determine to be on the job training, they were like, "Your manpower now." And it was like, oh, okay.
Is it the training staff that does that, or just like no consistency?
I have no idea who makes that call.
That's weird.
It was just, that's how things went at the time. And so you're supposed to spend this many weeks on a pumper, this many weeks on a truck. Right. And then, while you're still in the academy, you spend time on the ambulance, because naturally in a department where it's an integrated ambulance and fire truck, the ambulance seems to be most important.
Of course.
The thing you learn most about is ambulance, the thing you learn least about is a ladder truck. So, we halfway through my OJT, they were like, "You're on the job training now." And this captain, who has a notorious reputation of being a real asshole, he didn't pay me no mind to try to ask a couple questions. He like locked himself in his office for the morning. I didn't get to ask any more questions that you're supposed to do for formality's sake. And then we go out and I forget to leave. I forget to bring an axe. We run a fire and I forget to bring an axe on my belt while I'm on a truck. Well, mind you, this is the first time I've ever been on a fucking truck. I've never been on a truck before. And he ripped my ass, had me like wear my truck on my belt and all this different shit. It was a long day, because the longest day of my firefighting career was spent with this jack off. So yeah, it was a bad deal. Still to this day, like I don't even know. I think he hates me. I don't know. And I did nothing to him besides be a new guy.
And you're on a pumper now. Do you take your axe with you every time you go now?
No, I'm on a truck now. So
you're back on a truck. That's right.
I'm back to bring it. So in case he was wondering, if he happens to be listening by 100% happenstance, I bring my axe to everything now. So I guess it worked.
We'll ask his wife later if he actually brings his axe to everything. So that will be on the next episode. We'll find that answer out.
That's right. Yeah, that was an ordeal. Berated me in front of an entire battalion at a fire. Said, this ain't fucking baseball. You don't get 3 strikes. I'm like, what did I do?
Right.
Besides being a new guy, I'm sorry. I'm like a week out of the academy. I didn't know this, and they didn't teach me like ladder truck shit. Like it was all like pumper and flowing water and stuff like that. Right. So, excuse me, I'm new to this, but
forgive me.
Yeah, forgive me. Right.
Yeah, I got in trouble one time for not wearing my fire gloves on a fire scene. Yeah, the fire scene. Let me paint you a picture of this fire scene. It's a pool house. It's about as big as the shed I got in the backyard.
Yeah.
And it was fully burned down.
Real ripper.
I didn't have to go inside. I wasn't worried about my safety.
Yeah.
And I was spraying water, putting wet stuff on the red stuff.
Yeah.
And I got my ass ripped because I didn't have my gloves on. I didn't have my SCBA on either. So
I would
didn't really think I needed it. It was out. I would just kind of doubt.
Common stuff. I mean, this is there is a science to it, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like get the job done. And,
I'm a grown man. I got common sense.
Right.
If it's not hot, I'm probably not going to put my gloves on because I don't really need them.
Not really tripping on it. Not in this moment when it's essentially like a trash fire at this point with a burned down shed.
Right.
Whatever.
The trash fire, I'm putting my SCBA on though.
Yeah, you might with actual garbage.
Right. That's gross.
Right. But I don't know. The ass chewing aspect of things is so interesting because I think that it is completely necessary given the right person.
Right.
And the right circumstance.
If they do it in the right way. Like if you're just going to chew ass to chew ass, that's different. If you're going to do it to be a dick,
right?
If you're going to do it to teach them a lesson, that's another thing.
Right.
Like if you're going to be like, Fitz is never going to forget his axe now on a truck as a firefighter, because of that ass chewing.
True.
Or is he going to be like, fuck that guy? I don't need my axe every single time.
Right.
I mean, there's lessons to be learned. There's a way to teach it and be a good leader, or just be a dick.
That's the thing is, I think that you will get firefighters that will work twice as hard for you if they feel like they're going to disappoint you, versus firefighters that'll work for you because they're afraid of you.
Right.
and this guy is a definition of a bully.
Right.
So it's like I don't think I can't imagine. I've never heard anybody say anything nice about him.
Right.
So it's like I don't know. That's not the legacy I would want to leave behind. And I worked like 1,000 times harder for my captain on Rescue 1 because we were friends.
And he was a good dude.
I respected him. I
Right.
treated him like a captain in the house. I definitely didn't, like cross chain of command in that way. When we were in the firehouse, we were in the fucking firehouse and we did our job the way we were supposed to.
Right.
However, we still joked around and laughed, and I felt comfortable enough that I didn't want to let him down. So
And
I worked twice as hard because I didn't want to let him down versus I was afraid of him.
And I have seen that man kill a lot of crawdads.
Yeah. And he was crushing crawls.
Crushing.
And he's a good dude. I mean,
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, when I met Weave and I met Cubbins, I met all those dudes at your house.
Cobb.
Like,
Yeah.
like y'all brought me in.
Yeah.
Like I could have shown up to Station 25
Yeah.
and probably run a call with you because I was family at that point.
We were good.
Yeah.
That was
a solid crew.
That was well, and you noticed that when it was time to do the work on Rescue 1 at the time, we got it done, and it went well, and there was like unspoken things that happened, and like we got to know each other and we were friendly.
But that's the way it needs to be, is the intimacy to do the work and not have to talk about doing the work when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like you know your role. They know their role. They know their role. And you go to work and you don't have to like communicate. It's the military mindset, the all around.
Yeah.
Is we could tell who people were in the dark by the way they walked.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew they were going to go do their job. I was going to do my job. He was going to do his job. He was going to do his job. And we didn't have to talk about it. We just did it all in silence.
That kind of stuff doesn't happen without structure,
Right.
and without clearly stated expectation. And the best way you can handle all of that is to have Weaver had this way about him where it was like he commanded respect without commanding it.
Right.
That's that little key element of, I think, what makes a good captain from a person who's not a captain is as a person who has to work for them, right?
Right.
What makes, to me, a truly great captain is a person who you want to treat him like a captain and you don't really know why.
Right.
And it's because either you like him or you just respect him. The captains,
But also,
that are
if you've got
small,
like some issue going on, you can walk into his office, close the door, sit down, and use his first name and talk like men.
dude, when I adopted the boys, he gave me money like as though it was the boys' birthday. Like I actually did something.
Good dude.
He essentially went to them. It was money for them.
Right.
But he like showed up and treated it like there was few people in this world that were invited to a little niche type of deal like that. That it was a whole thing, and it was like I had like a baby was born. Is how he treated it
Right.
when I adopted the boys. I gained sons.
That's the kind of shit I like to hear when people talk about like the fire department or the crew being a family. That's the kind of shit you want to hear. Is we really are. I mean, we spend more time with them than we do with our wives and family.
Yeah,
You really do.
I mean, a third of your actual time.
Right.
But yeah,
I mean, that's a lot.
yeah,
That's a lot of time.
It's a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
And that's something that I had a hard time conceptualizing with this particular individual was our job is fucking hard enough, right? Like
Right.
we're going out and doing this and that, whatever. And now I got to be like, I mean, call it what it is, afraid to come back to the firehouse because I'm afraid of your beratement or your criticism or
Right.
what? Like that.
What's coming out of this?
How is that building a successful fireman?
Right.
There's no way that it is. And I'm not saying be soft on guys, but I'm also not saying be a belligerent ass.
Right.
And he's still on the job and still doing his thing. So I don't know. Apparently he's calmed down. Maybe he has. I don't know. Whatever. But like that doesn't make any sense to me. And I tell you, the number one thing it's taught me, like fucking axe. What it's taught me is I'm going to treat every single new guy kindly, because you don't know who's giving them shit. They're bouncing around through all these different firehouses.
You don't know what they're going through.
They're insecure because when I first got on the job as a fireman's son, I didn't even know what questions to ask. They were like, make sure you ask a bunch of questions when you get out in their field. I don't even know what to ask. I'm sorry, I've never fought a fire before.
Right.
I may have done it theoretically in the academy,
And it's
but
like
this is the real world.
Every academy you go through, almost every single one I've ever gone through, police, fire, EMT, all that stuff, towards the end of these, they're always like, everything you've learned in this, throw it out the window because tomorrow it's completely different.
Yeah.
And everything that we taught you doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So it absolutely makes sense.
It's always different.
Always different.
So I don't know. Yeah, that's that. I mean, yeah, That's the thing he taught me probably the most. That particular person was that from here on out, new guy shows up, I'm going to be friendly. I might bust some balls because
Right.
that's just fun.
Right.
We work in a male-dominated
That's
work
what you're
field.
supposed to do.
It's fun. It's hilarious. But
If
I
you
also,
didn't, I'd be worried.
there's a lot of guys that bust balls and they don't do it with a smile, and then people are like, he's just messing with you. That's how he jokes around. And I'm like, honestly, I just don't think he's very funny. Like the fire department is the only place I remember where people can have a poor sense of humor, and then everybody's like, "Oh, he's just messing with you." That's just how he jokes.
That's just how he is.
Well, what about he's just a dick? I don't know how else to put it.
It's usually that one.
If it was funny, then he would be funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just dealing with different personalities at the firehouse, which is probably no different than an office job. You got to deal with different personalities.
Of course.
This one, you get away with more because it's a fraternization amongst grown men.
Oh, it absolutely
looks
it's such a frat.
so different.
Such a frat.
Very much so.
So what's that moment that you realized, this is what I want to do. This is it. What was that moment for you?
Honestly, it was in the academy. It wasn't even when I really hit the job. When I hit the academy and I saw my dad's face on the wall. They have all the academy like class pictures like you take when you're in kindergarten.
Right.
And everybody's lined up and stacked up or whatever. And I looked over in that hallway in our fire academy. I saw my dad on the wall, and that's almost brings a tear to your eye talking about it because that was, So you have to do the CPAT, the physical exam.
It's awful.
And my first time I didn't pass.
It's
I'm
the
a
staircase.
big guy,
The staircase sucks.
I didn't prepare. I was like, dude, I'm a former collegiate football player. I'm
Even
an
if
athlete.
you prepare, it sucks.
Yeah, I got this thing in the bag, and then
You get the new baby deer legs when you get off the stair stepper.
Dude, sloughed it off. Didn't pass it the first time. You get 3 tries, and I was like, I'm only going to need one more. Like I should have only needed one. Fuck me, I made a mistake.
Right.
I'm only going to need one more. So I would show up early. Our academy started at, I can't even remember. I would get to the academy 4:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
And I would work out with one of the instructors there who's just an animal. And I would work out in the gym before, then go through the entire academy day, and then I'd work out during PT after. So I'd get 2 workouts in every day I was at the academy.
Putting in work.
Well, by God, I'm only going to need one more chance. That's embarrassing as fuck to not pass it the first try, all these other skinny dudes. So to hell with that, right? Pass with flying colors the second try. But anyways, I would have a lot of moments to myself in the morning, and I wouldn't take that away from anything. In fact, that would be something I would tell anybody who's new to the career in the first place: show up before everybody else to everything.
Right.
Because you get a moment. There's nothing quite like a quiet firehouse. There's always that golden hour, between 5 and 6 a.m. where there shouldn't really be anything going on.
If
Even
you're
the
in the
busiest
kitchen
of
by yourself
firehouses,
with a cup of coffee, it's a beautiful thing.
it's calm.
It is.
Everybody's asleep.
The only thing going is the clothes washer.
It's the only time that the firehouse is calm.
Yes.
Because during the daylight hours, if you're not running calls, it's loud.
Right.
My wife always shushes me when I get home from the fire station because I still got my firehouse voice on. It's still loud.
Yeah.
Because you got the radio going. Everybody's basically yell talking all
You
day.
compete with everything in there.
Very loud.
Yes.
So it's the only time it's calm. But anyways, the only time the academy was calm, and I was there, and I got to it was a really somber moment where I was like this. I had that
Aha
call
moment.
it spiritual.
It's an aha moment. Yeah.
Where something was telling me, something was pushing me, guiding me, telling me, you're doing what you're supposed to do. This is good. Keep showing up. Keep doing what you need to do. You're going to be all right. It's scary.
Right.
Our job can be very scary.
Hell yeah, I can.
Especially, like I said, if you've never been in a hot fire before and shit gets hot on you, it's kind of fucking scary.
If you're not scared, time to get a new job, dude.
Well, that's fair enough.
I mean, if you're not scared of the monster, people talk big bravado, but if you're not scared of the monster, you maybe need to do something else because you're going to get somebody killed or yourself killed.
I would say that a lack of respectful fear of what we do in this particular career field leads to complacency.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's when I knew in the academy when I saw my dad's picture.
Nice.
And my dad was one that always, when I grew up, was telling me it was the greatest job in the world. I could go up and give him a hug because he got home right about the time we were waking up to go to school, and he'd smell him, and he had that. Even if it's not a working house, every firehouse has a firehouse smell.
Oh yeah.
I grew up knowing what that smell was like, and I grew up with my dad gone on Christmas, or I grew up with my dad gone on Thanksgiving, or whatever, and just like having all those moments, it all kind of compiled up to eventually what would be my career. And just to highlight on that moment, it was weird. I grew up and I saw my dad go to the firehouse, come home. All my life, my entire life, my dad was a firefighter, and then I'm at the firehouse, and it was like I got to step into like rutted footsteps that he did. And I got to see my dad through an entire perspective, a third of his life, just like a third of my life my kids don't see, a third of his life I didn't get to see.
Right.
And then now here I am.
You pulled that curtain back. You pulled that curtain back, and you got this.
My relationship with my dad grew. I grew closer to my father, though he wasn't present at all, because I got to see like what my dad did, like through and through. This is the person my dad was.
Old man Fitz, I hope you're listening to this, man.
It was huge.
This is awesome.
This is who my dad was. This is what he was doing. Every time I didn't get to see, I got to live it and see that. And that was so huge to me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was honestly, like in a reflective position, that was incredible. And worth every ounce of sweat and terribleness that I had dealt with, that everybody deals with getting on the job. I dealt with that, and it was worth it.
That's a good one.
That's cool.
That's a good one.
That's good.
That's good.
That's when I realized I was meant for this.
That's money.
Yeah.
That's money.
There you go.
Let's get a little deep, dude.
Let's do it.
A little deep.
Sure.
Do you have that one call that still runs in your head?
Yeah.
Like it's a hard call.
Yeah, it's like hard and good, I guess I would.
Okay.
Geez,
okay.
Pause.
Bring it.
Pause on that. Yeah, we're running a fire in the Northeast.
Was this
District
25? Station 25?
Yeah, that's when I was Rescue 1. Okay. And it's a whoop-ass fire. You hear it on the radio, it's a whoop-ass fire. Before we even get to the building. And it's one of those apartment complexes. I call it like an H-plex. Like if you were looking at it from a bird's eye view, you got your stairwell in the middle, and then you got like 4 apartments on this side, 4 apartments on that side, or whatever. Maybe it's like 6 and 6 or whatever. But
that one was on the news, wasn't it?
It might have been. It's been years back. We got word 3rd floor is fully engulfed. We got people jumping out windows.
Damn.
Bad deal. Yeah, it was bad. On the radio, you knew it was bad.
Are you guys first alarm or second alarm?
I don't even think I can remember. Probably first alarm. If I had to guess, just based on where the location would have been, we would have been the closest rescue to the fire.
Right.
So, and this was around the time there for a while, Kansas City, like operationally had a rescue at every fire. They don't do that anymore. They used to do it. So when I was on the rescue, we got to go to a lot of fires.
Right.
Mind you, most of the time, if you were on this particular side of the rig, you were standing in the front yard with all the rich shit ready to go. But if you were on the interior side, then we actually got to go in and do stuff, which is the captain's side of the rig. So that's where me and my co-firefighter Alex and Weaver, we were on the interior side, and we show up to this thing, and it's rocking, and we see like a window bust out on what would be the B side of the building, and its 3rd floor window busts out, and we hear like screaming, and smoke's rolling out of this motherfucker, and I assumed at the time this is just, and I'd had a few years under my belt at this point, so I wasn't an idiot. Like I had fought several fires at this point. It's been on my whole career in Midtown at this point, so I knew kind of what I was doing and what was going on. Mind you, this is like firefighting is more of a practice than it is like a, so you're always learning new things.
Right.
I was no expert, but I knew what the gig was.
Sure.
We busted the lock. Weaver actually busted the lock on the chain link fence. Got into the B side, and it's the 3rd window up's busted out. We had heard some screaming and like muffled shit going on, and it's like, oh, okay, what the hell? So we threw a ground ladder up to the 3rd floor, rested it in that like rescue grab position just underneath the sill, and Code went up that's his last name. I guess we're doing first and last names here. We all call him Code, so that's what he is.
That works.
He climbs the ladder and goes in the window. And then he pokes his head out and was like, I need help. I was like, oh, shit, okay.
It got real.
Yeah, so I climbed the ladder. I didn't have my SCBA on. because we were doing a 360 doing rescue type shit at this fire. So I was like, no big deal. I don't know. In the heat of the moment, I didn't have my mask on. It was dangling at my side, and I climbed up the ladder thinking that I was just going to grab this dude out and walk him down the ladder like they teach you in the academy.
Right.
I mean, we're 3 stories up. That's not short. So, but ironically enough, I didn't even think of that. But I got up there, and I remember like choking on the amount of smoke that was coming in. It was like, that'll teach you something really interesting about smoke behavior in this moment. The way that the wind was going and everything, all the smoke was just inside that window opening. So when I poked my head in to see, like, what do you need? It was more smoke than I've inhaled in one breath in my life.
Like an eddy of smoke
like
just swirling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even breathe.
Right.
I was like, oh God. So I'm like putting my mask on real quick on the top of this ladder. It's like moving back and forth and shit, like trying to hurry up and get it on. And then I jump in the windowsill, land on the guy that's on the floor. Big fat round bastard.
Of course he is.
Yeah, of course.
It's never the skinny people.
He is a probably 5'7", 300-pound man with nothing but fleece pajama pants on.
Of course.
Couldn't be worse to grab.
Of course.
And he's agonal breathing. He's clearly got some smoke inhalation going on. He's doing the snoring thing. It's a problem. I don't know. In the moment, like I was writing him off. That sounds horrible, but I was. My captain like goes up the ladder and was like, "What do you guys need?" And I just looked at Weaver. I was like, "He's fucking dead. He's dead. I don't know what he wants to do. He's dead." And he was like, "Well, we still got to get him out." And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, I guess we do." I don't know. I was thinking like triage type of situation.
Right.
Let's go to the next thing.
Yeah.
I don't. In the heat of the moment, that's a reoccurring
He's black.
story.
Move on.
Yeah, a reoccurring story that's told often is this particular situation. Because I said that, and our mics were queued up, so this like went over the radio
course.
traffic. It's funny. But
No
it's
one
funny
was
to
more
laugh now.
surprised than I.
No shit. We ended up with truck 6, and I can't remember who else was there. We drug him out and put him on in the bucket of an aerial, and they lowered him down. And I credit us to that grab because we were the ones that drug him over and got help, and we were the ones that picked off the window and everything. But that's my one grab. That's a story that reoccurs in my mind, is just that moment and how things, because it's the perfect story to replay through your mind because it is graphic. There was it was inherently kind of frightening in the moment. There's a mistake there because I'm like, he's dead and I don't know what to do. And then there's like the heroism of the moment where we got to do the firefighter thing and like pull a body out. And I think the guy lived, for last I checked, because we get those little updates sometimes with hospital shit.
Yeah.
And the last hospital update I got is that he was fine and he ended up living.
Nice.
So we saved that guy, and he inevitably would have died because that shit was cheesy in there. I mean, it was for sure.
Getting with it.
Yeah, it was hot. It was smoky, and yeah, it was the real deal. So that was like the moment that I did like the firefighter thing, and that's kind of what I remember as far as. So that one's kind of good and bad. I mean, I know I got calls where kids died and stuff.
Right.
I don't know. We ran one recently. So on truck 4 in the Northland, it's slow, but we happened to sit on a road, Cookingham Road, which in the Northland, it's coined as, my dad used to say it when he worked at this fire station. I've heard a lot of people say it that even work Midtown and stuff, that like Cookingham is dangerous as hell. More fatality car accidents happen on there than just like anything else. Like you'd think it was I-70. Like we run fatalities all the time on this road. Because people haul balls on this east-west road. The highways run north-south in this part of town. This thing is a 2-lane road, double traffic, 2-lane road, one single fucking line down the middle, and people haul ass.
Of course they do.
And it does a weird bend at like Cookingham and Eastern is like where it does this weird bend. That's like the death bend. People fly off the road there, or they go into oncoming traffic there. It's horrible. And this was relatively recent. These guys had drove home from a bar. And they were temp workers like in town. They weren't even from Kansas City. And we showed up on scene of this car accident. Things fully engulfed this Jeep. And we're like putting it out, and I'm kind of like doing some like truckman work on a fully engulfed car fire, which what do you really do? You know what I'm saying? Like you
kind of
like
hinges on the engine.
Yeah, you can kind of like pull some shit out or like open up the hood and like kind of assist the water. And then, but then my captain's like, fuck, we got 2 of them here. And it's like, what are you talking about? I thought it was seat cushions was this dude's thigh. And I was like, oh shit. And it's too burnt to hell, barbecued. Everybody on the truck that day had a hard time eating pulled pork for a few days.
That will happen.
That was rough.
And see,
So if we're getting into it, well, I mean, again, in case parental advisory, explicit content, too late.
But
I've already told you that was
no,
dark.
that's the reason for the show, because
Yeah.
ain't nothing good happening after midnight. Never does.
No, and
Never,
that's exactly what
ever
it was.
does. Never ever does.
It was dark. That was, you know, it didn't really mess with my head necessarily. It just was so nasty. So nasty.
It is.
It was just gross.
It's one of those things that
Ugh.
that smell will stick with you forever. In the military,
Yeah.
I've smelled it. In the fire service, I've smelled it. It does not ever leave your system.
Shockingly sweet.
It is. It is weird.
Isn't that weird?
It is super weird.
Shit. But I don't know. I got a bunch. And
But what? So beyond that, like what keeps you showing up every day? What makes Justin get up and be like, you know what? Today's going to be a good day at Firehouse.
the guys, and the guys at the house. I would say I've had some conversations doing the leather work thing.
Right.
I've had conversations with guys that are retired, because leather work combining with like both military, it's a good PTSD thing for military guys. They've started incorporating that as far as art therapy goes. A lot of men in military and fire like latch on to leather work as an art therapy. So I meet a lot of guys like that doing that, and every guy I've ever talked to that's been gone from the job that's retired, they would tell you 100%, like, take every fire, throw it away. Take all that stuff, throw it away. It's the camaraderie and hanging out with your dudes.
You miss the kitchen table. You miss the bay.
You miss hanging out with your friends.
Yeah.
This is the only career path that you get to do that. Like you don't miss your camaraderie because after you retire from US Bank. Like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You don't miss shit like that.
You don't know how Dennis runs it downtown?
I can tell you, I know this from experience because I worked at US Bank before I got on the fire department. I don't miss a single person from
You don't have any ODark 30s from
No.
Bank of America?
By God, US Bank actually might have a
US
couple
Bank?
of ODark 30s.
They might.
There actually might be a couple of crazy stories with that, but no, that's what you miss is the buddies, I think. And so therefore, me still not missing it. I'm in it still. Yeah.
But it keeps you showing up every day. You have to go hang out with your buddies.
It really is the friendship. And
It's like a camp out with your buddies or a sleepover, from high school.
Exactly.
Then one of them cooks really bad or really good. And you get to hang out with your buddies.
Never escape responsibility entirely, because when you go to the firehouse, you have alternate responsibilities.
There's all kinds of shit to do.
Yeah, and your job is, you know what I mean? Like, just the nature of the job itself is an ever-present looming responsibility. However, it's completely different from your household responsibilities. I don't got to worry about making food for kids, though sometimes my crew acts like kids and sometimes I cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a completely whole different life.
So people don't understand. We don't go to the firehouse and we don't sit in lazy boys all day long. We're busy. We're doing shit.
I mean, at a slow station right now, I sit a lot, but, in comparison.
But there's always chores to do. There's always something to do or training to do or something.
Yeah.
It's there's always something going on.
That's something that we actually talk about a lot, particularly on my shift. I'm only going to speak on C shift at Truck 4 and Pumper 3, which is, like, you have to, at a slow station, you have to actively pursue not gaining that complacency.
Right.
You got to try. And it helps. We just got a new guy on our crew, and he's brand new. The KC is actually really young right now. So it's kind of an anomaly for this kid, as young as he is, to be on Truck 4. Almost an anomaly for me to be there. And so we got some younger guys that are there and that are like, okay, how do you use this? And we're actually going out and doing some training. And we just cut up cars like last week.
Hell yeah.
Like, we're actually going out and doing stuff. So it's not like that slow, there's cobwebs on everything type of station, at least on C shift. That's all I'm going to speak for.
So we used to, like, when I was in a truck, we'd run like an off-the-wall medical or something, just dumb, like a lift assist, those good ones. if we were at a hotel or a weekly rental or some kind of apartment complex, we would like go to the back side of it and my captain would be like, all right, where are you going to put the truck if we got a fire here?
Yeah.
Put the ladder up. Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
And we'd put out stabilizers. We'd put the ladder up. We'd get on the roof of that place and we'd figure it out because you don't get to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, we show up to a place, own that place for right now.
Yeah.
We're going to do this and nobody's going to say anything to us because we're in a big red truck.
Yeah. Yeah. In the city, there's training happens across the board. And I think that it's such a weird career path because your proficiency equates to your success, and your success is life or death kind of thing. And a lot of the most emergency of circumstances, how good you are at your job directly equates to the outcome of somebody's life. So why wouldn't you want to be good at that? But when you're at a slow house, you don't encounter that as much. So it's easy for guys to kind of just like go hang out.
Get in a slump.
Yeah. This is one of those, I don't know. It's like there's a bunch of different puzzle pieces that create the perfect scenario with it. If all this is making sense, that your training and how good you are at your job is immediately up to you. Nobody's going to breathe down your neck about it. You got to be good at it. In fact, the only time anybody's going to find out that you're not good at it is in the moment. So you better not look like a jack off on a call. But at the same time, so you got a lot of independence, but then the control that the job has on you is dependent upon the ever possible bad call. So I don't know. Does that make any sense?
No, no, it's good.
It's up to you to do what you need to do to make sure that you're good and you're good at your job for the people. But nobody is sitting there saying, okay, today you have regularly scheduled, live burns today. Like that doesn't really happen. So,
don't get complacent, people.
Right. That's what it comes down to. Pick something up, do something. Check the rig. Ask a few questions.
There's always
debate some scenarios.
Always something to do around the firehouse.
I actually really like watching videos. This is going to be kind of like my little guilty pleasure. People would make fun of me for this on KC, but I like to watch like other guys from other departments do things on like YouTube and stuff. There's some really cool like Boston water tower guys that have their ladder trucks and stuff that like placement, and they have different explanations and different applications for like quick struts on a car accident and stuff like that. I like to watch that and sometimes listen to it as a change of pace when I'm in the leather shop, because it's like another part of my life that I like to listen to. I don't know, that feels like a humble brag. I don't mean it to. It's just basically what it comes down to is you're in charge of what your career looks like.
You're in charge of your own destiny.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Choose your path.
Yeah, so what keeps showing up? The homies.
The homies. All day long.
All day, dude.
All day and twice on Sunday, dude.
Yeah. And that break from, I don't know. Eventually I won't be on the fire department, and I'm going to miss the opportunity to get away from my everyday at home. Not that I don't love my family and love my wife and love being a dad and doing all that stuff. It's just, it's a really cool, unique career that you get to go do this for 24 hours.
Right.
There you go.
That's like I come home now in my current situation, and my wife's like, the kids were hard tonight. Mine were too. I had to put a few in their room. I had to yell at them, tell them to get their hands out of the pants.
Yeah, dude.
It's the same thing. I just have older kids.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah,
talk about you for a second.
It's a process. It's a process.
Going over to a different badge.
It's weird. Like I literally take care of kids all day.
Yeah.
They're just my age.
Yeah.
And they get mad when you tell them they can't do something. They get mad when you tell them that that's not allowed.
Interesting.
And you're like, dude, come on. Really? So for folks at home, I work in a jail, a county jail, as a deputy. And we have a lot of children who I think were put in timeout by their parents and not spanked enough. A lot of those.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I've stepped foot in a few county jails on the ambulance.
They're fun, aren't they?
Dude.
I could imagine Jackson County.
What keeps you coming? That's actually, because I get to go to basically a second home
Right.
You got to go to this like cinder block wall, LED lit.
Hey, it's 72 and sunny all day long.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. What keeps you coming to work?
The paycheck, dude. I'm a hoe.
Never has there been a more honest answer.
I'm a hoe.
Absolutely.
It's the paycheck. It's
Well,
all about the
fair enough,
Benjamins, dude. It really is.
I can't hate it. It's there for us too. Although I think we could afford even more raises on KC Fire, but
So
it's a whole nother debate.
I know I have them, and I know you have them.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh yeah, it's coming. What's your superstition? Station-wise or work-wise? Because mine,
I got a bunch.
Dude, when I was a firefighter, if you went to bed before 11 o'clock, if anybody on the crew went to bed before 11 o'clock, I don't give a shit if you're sleeping in a recliner. You do not go to the bunk room before 11. If you do, we're running our asses off all night long.
Not a thing on KC.
I don't know why
That's wild.
that stuck in my head, but like from the fire service, that's what it is.
Really?
That's
a wild one.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. But like in the military, inside an MRE is these things called charms. You boys know what they are. Throw them the fuck away. Nobody likes charms. So charms are like square lifesavers.
Mm-hmm.
Super weird. I don't even know if they're in MREs anymore, but they were back in my day. Black Boot Army.
Interesting.
Way back when. And if you had charms on you or you ate them in a field, in the field, on deployment, it was going to be the worst weather night known to man.
Oh no! Like you're going to get rained on?
Oh yeah. So that's again a super weird one, but also like white lighters. White lighters. Everybody I knew who got blown up, shot, or killed had a white lighter on them.
Really?
Super weird.
See, that goes back to like high school.
Dude, I won't touch a white lighter, man.
When you're token.
Those things are, no, they're bad juju, dude.
Smoked a little of the reefer when I was in high school, and that was what it was white lighters would get you pinned by the...
Right.
the
I don't know what it is, dude. So I got like the weird ones.
Honorary teenage things.
Dude, I don't know, when I got the firehouse, the 11 o'clock thing, I don't know if somebody was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to bed. They were like, it's not 11 yet. You can't go to bed. And I don't know if they just stuck with me or what, but we didn't go to bed before 11. Weird. You watched the first monologue of Jimmy, and then you were like, oh, this is trash, and then you go to bed.
No kidding. Huh.
Every single night.
Well, we don't have that. There's guys that go to bed at all times. In fact,
maybe you should.
When I was floating, I would help clean the kitchen.
Maybe you should. Wait till 11, go to bed. And then you wouldn't run your ass off all night.
But I'm going to tell you this, because Station 17 had the open bunk, and I slept next to what I would consider to be the two worst snorers I've ever met in my entire life. So, bullshit if I'm going to bed after them.
Right.
I'm going to bed right away.
Dudes with CPAPs? Nope.
No, I'm going to bed. That's why that didn't apply. Mine is, it's very anti-NFPA, but never wash your helmet. All the cancer and everything like that is probably advised that you do, but like I can't. I'm sorry, I'll risk it. There's a superstition I got that if you wash your helmet, then something bad's going to happen to you.
Of course.
So that helmet gets disgusting and will stay that way. That's my thing. And plus, I don't know, man.
You can't be a cool firefighter if your helmet's clean.
Right. I still like that kind of shit, man.
Don't be a pussy.
I gotta be honest with you, I do.
Keep your helmet dirty.
I wash my bunker gear because they say that's where the cancer gets you, is like in your groin and in your armpits and shit.
But I also stank really bad after a call.
I mean, yeah. Like all that, the clothing aspect of it, it's just my helmet that I don't wash. I'm not washing it. I'm not going to rinse it off. It'll get rinsed off at the next wet down during overhaul. That's when it gets rinsed off.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to take it back to the firehouse and wash it with soap and water.
It's cleaned by insulation and hose water, man.
Exactly. Fuck that. I'm not washing it with soap and water. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Absolutely not. I had a co-firefighter of mine on Rescue 1 reach out to me. I think she got hit on the head or something at a fire. Her brim was all jacked up. She got in a whoop-ass fire because a lot of her shit got burnt up, like all in one. It got crusty. It's gatered up. And she sent me a text message with a picture of it. She's like, how do you think I can repair this? And I was like, you fucking don't.
You don't.
And don't let anybody tell you you should.
That's sacred.
You should wear that fire helmet until it looks like a construction helmet.
It looks
like a brain bucket.
Make them make you take it off.
Be the gator that you are.
Right.
It's exactly like what I told her. Like, don't ever do that. Don't ever ask me that again. You know in your heart what you should have done. Especially that's why you asked me, because you were looking for somebody to tell you, don't do it.
Dude, that's my next T-shirt.
Yeah.
Be the gator that you are.
Absolutely.
Hell yes.
She is a badass bitch. She is awesome.
Shout out to her.
I love her. Lauren. She's the best, dude. You might have even met Lauren.
I know Lauren. She's my friend.
She is one of my favorite people on the entire fire department.
She's cool people.
Never has there been a more qualified individual to go on a rescue, in my opinion. I mean, she was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro when she was on the pumper on her vacation days. She was like, "I'm going to go climb Mount Kilimanjaro."
She can be on her deathbed and kick my ass.
She needs to be on a rescue. You know, like
she's amazing.
I want her picking me off in a rappel setting all day, every day.
Lauren, I hope you're listening to this. I love you.
Yeah,
you're amazing.
So there you go. I told her, don't ever ask me again to repair your helmet, because you shouldn't. I mean, if it's, obviously that's totally against regulation. There's some people that need to, but regardless, that's one superstition. Don't clean the helmet. Never go to bed with a gas tank in the truck that's less than full.
Oh, that'll get you screwed every time.
Go to bed with a full tank. That's something that I'm big on that.
But not in your body. Pee before you go to bed, so you don't have a full tank.
Always.
Because it's uncomfortable.
No, I'm talking about the fire truck. Yeah, that's something that, if it doesn't take care of the shift after you, do it for your own superstition. You know what I mean?
Right.
That like you're gonna catch 1,000 calls if you don't have it full.
But also, don't be a dick to the next crew.
Right. That's a twofer.
Yeah. That's
It'll
a good
benefit the driver after you. And I'm not always perfect at it. Some days you've been running or whatever, but
would you consider that an unspoken rule of the house?
Yeah, you try. There's grace given.
Right.
Because if you run all night and like we're at 3/4 of a tank, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Sorry, bro.
I think there's even if you do your job, then you get even the freebies. Like, it's been at 3/4 since 3 p.m. and we were doing shit or whatever around the house. We were working on a house project. We got to fix the firehouses ourselves and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, it caught up with me. We're human beings.
You mean the city is not fixing your firehouses? That's
to an extent, they do.
They mow the grass, right?
To an extent, no.
Oh, you guys do?
We mow the grass. We mow the grass.
Old school.
And you can file like repair reports and stuff for certain things, but they're not going to do it.
They're going
to have some jack off come in there and put in the same thing that was before, and that broke. So this is a flawed system. Anyways, superstition wise, I don't know. My superstition is I never go to bed with my socks off. There's absolutely no way.
Nope,
you will ever catch me at the fire station with my socks off. Some guys do at a slow station like mine, where you do average probably more nights in than you would think.
I'm also not putting my bare feet on that floor. I know that we clean those floors.
We got carpet floors in our
station. We did in the bay, but we had tile in the kitchen and the living room. But I'm not putting my bare feet on them floors.
Crumbed up floors, yeah, dude.
They've been around a while.
Yeah, it can get funky. I don't know. Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna go home and shower anyways.
Right. I never took my socks off either.
I've always been kind of like being at the firehouse is like camping. That's the best way I can describe the kind of sleep that you get, the kind of
quick showers
that you are. Yeah, dude. But indoors. And when you wake up, it feels like you took a long car nap. That's how it feels. Even if you're sleeping all night, it still feels like a car nap, because the possibility of waking up will never allow you to have the best night's sleep possible.
No, it's full sleep.
Yeah. Mind you, I'm like one of two. I'm at one of like maybe 2 or 3 firehouses in KC that has as many nights in as we do.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bid slow for sure. We are. I am up north and I am slow right now, and I'm okay with it, dude. I got a disabled kid at home. I mean, I can make all the excuses in the world, right? I mean, honestly, you can whatever. It doesn't account to nothing. There's people that have my exact life that go and work at busy firehouses. I'm close to home.
It's what you choose.
My nights are slow, and
you're good.
And honestly, I'm good with it.
You're good with it.
Yeah, I fought a decent amount of fire, enough to say that I've done it. Now I could always go fight more, and that option's there. But this was a truck that I had the time to bid. I mean, make how many excuses you want.
Right.
I'm actually very happy with where I'm at in life. It's good.
Let's get one final question here.
Sure, let's do it. We can keep rolling. I know.
We could, dude. We could just
it's a school
keep
night.
going all night long. I've cut out like 10 questions just because
we could.
Yeah.
I know.
So we'll kick off one more here. Excuse me. Who's the best cook in the house? And what's their go-to? Are you guys a grilling house? We were a grilling house. A lot of grilling.
I don't know if there's. I would say it's like a multi-way tie. So my house is interesting. There's nobody that's definitively the best, I would say. And yes, that's a very political answer. But I would, honest to God, say that there's nobody that's definitively the best. But like, I got a few dishes that I think everybody would say are really good. And then John, the driver of the pumper, has several really good dishes that are really good. So we all just kind of bounce around. It goes truck, pumper,
right?
Alternate days. And then you got your guys that like kind of head up the cooking of the day, and that'll kind of rotate depending on what rig. Anyways, so like for example, Nick, firefighter on the pumper, makes the best jambalaya I've ever had on the job. I mean, he's making stock and shit.
Dang.
Yeah, dude, he's like diving in,
Like legit,
and it's very good. He puts the shrimp in there. It's spicy. It's the best jambalaya I've ever had on the job, and I will fight anybody who disagrees, because nobody. I've had several really good jambalayas that I was like, that is the best jambalaya, but none of them were making their own stock to start the
Nothing compares.
No, dude.
Oh,
It
sounds
smells
so
like,
good right now.
Are we having chicken noodle soup? Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head when I come down from like a nap, or I'm watching a movie or something, or I'm playing video games or something upstairs.
He was working. People, he was working hard.
Yeah.
He was working hard.
In between calls.
I got you.
I said I went to a slower station. It's nice, because I'm good with it. I kick my damn feet up. Yeah, you got...
You told me one time about a dude that made authentic Italian or something. Is that when you at Station 25?
At 25s, we went hard, because we're in the Italian
neighborhood.
And 25s is like the Italian firehouse. Like all of our logos and everything are Italian. That's what we were talking about earlier with the first take.
Yeah. The one that didn't work. It's fine.
It's okay.
This one's better anyways.
We were recording, but we didn't know we weren't recording. So
that would have been a good episode.
That was awesome. It would have been good.
Dumb.
No, that's where we realized. Anyways, yeah, I was saying that it was the Italian firehouse. That one, I mean, we had guys that were full blown Italian that all worked there. I mean, it was nice. It was so fun. And Leo, he was on the pumper, was like rolling out dough for like making homemade raviolis.
Yes.
And it's got like Volare playing the whole time, really loud on the speakers, and everybody's singing and shit. And I mean, it was like full on, like Sunday at Nona's house. It was nice. That was where we had the most. I don't know, dude, but then there's been some Peckerwoods that have come out and made some crazy. I would put a guy at my station. I'm not going to call his name out because I don't think he'd like that, but I would put his Spadini, chicken Spadini. I think if you blind taste tested, there might be more Italians that pick his.
Oh, Nana's not going to know the difference, is she?
And he ain't Italian. And I think there's some Italians that would be like, that is the best, and then turn around and it's made by a Peckerwood. So I don't know. That's just
some hillbilly from the woods.
Yeah. And of German descent.
Yeah. Some schnitzels in there.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's like, because it is kind of like a rolled schnitzel.
That's what it is. There you go.
Rolled schnitzel with Italian breadcrumbs. And chicken schnitzel on a stick.
Sprinkle some parm on there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, some of the best Italian food you're ever going to have is at a firehouse.
The best
Ours
food.
Is Sundays.
I would throw hands with anybody who would challenge firehouse food. We have good food. And if you go to any city in the United States, anywhere, and you want a place to eat, go to the firehouse and ask those boys where the good food is, because they know.
The best, that brings up somebody. The best fried chicken I have ever had. And I will never have the same again. And now it's sentimental because he passed.
Ooh.
Was John Parison. And you might actually met John. JP is what we call him.
I might have met John.
A large statured black man. He was the driver of Pumper 25. Hilarious. I loved him with all of my heart. Late nights talking to him about, life, and he gave me a lot of advice, and he supported all of my off the job endeavors with this leather business and everything. I mean, he was a big deal. And then, yeah, about 2-3 years ago, I can't remember. Sorry, John. JP. I can't remember how long ago it's been. But he died of colon cancer. He made the best complete start to finish meal out of any meal I've ever had. I'll put it against anybody. And I think with the sentiment,
Right.
nobody's going to argue with me.
Right.
But for real, objectively, he would do it all by himself. You'd be like, JP, you need some help with it? You're like, nope, I got it. Nope, I got it. Okay. He's in there. He's listening to like The Weeknd and singing at like a really high pitched voice. Large statured man, right? And he's singing it. And yeah, he's in there frying chicken all by himself. And he would have the chicken and the collard greens.
Oh, he did it right.
Oh my God. And then he would like round it off with like, he made peach cobbler. Because I said that I hadn't had a peach cobbler with canned peaches that I liked. I only liked it with fresh peaches.
He said, hold my beer.
Like the highbrow pinky out that I am. And he was
You
like,
bougie.
He's like, I got you. So then he makes this peach cobbler. That's how the peach cobbler got introduced. And then he comes in one day and is like, I got this new recipe for pecan cobbler. Think about a pecan pie with no pie crust. It was weird. Just like, dude, no, it was so good. Immaculate. And there was not a empty belly at the end of a JP fried chicken Friday. The best. And if there's any Casey guys listening, they will 100% agree to the fullest extent. If they've had JP's chicken, there is not anybody better.
They know.
Dude, and it's a damn shame on all of the things that I will miss about that person. It's a damn shame that I'll never get to have that again. Ugh. That's so sad.
That is.
God damn it. That is so sad. Oh, shit, it is, dude. It's so sad. I loved that man.
But that's his legacy.
Shame. Yeah.
That's his legacy.
Dude, he was the coolest. He was the best. And he was damn good at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was good at his job.
Fireman's fireman.
Yeah. The best. The best. His son's on the job now.
Good for him. Legacies. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. His son's on the job. Yeah. Talk about that, dude. Like, his son, like, just got on the job when his dad died.
Ooh.
It's like, dude, I don't know. It sucks. Yeah. What a bad situation. I made a shield because he had made captain while he was, like, in the bed at the hospital.
Right.
And I made him a captain shield, and they, like, presented it to him. And I never cried so hard. Like, firefighters pass, and you get sad. And we've had some tragedies on KCFD, especially recently.
Recently, yeah.
And it's been so sad and really hard to comprehend. But JP still to this day is the only one that'll still hit me hard because I was close with him. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We had a thing going. We had a fucking thing going.
Yeah.
And he didn't know, and it wasn't supposed to happen that way. And he was getting his health in check, and he was eating right. He was losing weight, you know, and he was looking so good. And every time I saw him, it was like a breath of fresh air. That's exactly how I would describe this person. Was every time you saw him, if it had been a while since you'd seen him, you didn't even realize that you were at altitude. Because then he shows up and now you can breathe better.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And then, anyways.
No, I like it, dude.
What a sad note to round it off with.
Hey, you don't have to round off there, man.
That's the best cook on the job.
That's the beauty of
JP.
This is my show. I can do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
We can keep going.
I got to draw his face for his stickers and the T-shirts and all the support and everything like that. I drew it.
We're going to end it with that. Shameless plug time, buddy.
Oh, shit.
Shameless plug time.
I got to draw it. That's where it matters. I mean, shameless plug on the business, but that's what matters.
But this ties into a question that I didn't even ask what do you do to deal with the quiet after the call? And I already know this answer because cool. I've been there. I've been in the shop. Yeah. I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm a part of it. I mean, I've got my name sealed in there. I'm a part of this.
Absolutely, you are.
So the shameless plug time, buddy.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of both. Yeah, I carve leather, and pretty much everything I make is for the fire service. Yeah, your name's in there because you're I don't even really make wallets anymore. You're like the only person that really carries one now. I haven't made them in forever because we've been overwhelmed with the fire helmet shields and all the fire service stuff. I mean, we've been able to ride on that. But quite after the call includes continuing to serve. That's how I kind of look at this business. I got 2 employees. One of them is a Sny Valley. That's east of KC. It's a fire protection district, so it's small. They only got 2 fire stations, and they run their asses off. Those guys need help out there. So if you're in Bates City or in the Sny Valley area, continue to vote up for your local fire department's requests because they desperately need it. They need to hire more dudes. Bad. Yeah, so 2 of us are firefighters. One of us isn't. And you know Jamie.
I do.
And Jamie paints for us in the shop. And so, I tell the guys that, like eventually I won't be on the job, maybe even sooner than later with how the business is going. And this is how we can continue to serve. This is, we're going to continue to serve our brothers and sisters and the people that are on the job by continuing to like feed that pride aspect.
Right.
We do full logo rebrands for rigs and departments. We do the shields. We do everything. It's like trying to embody that old school mindset, and that helps. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, something's been taken from me. There's a call after that I didn't like, and it hurts. And I think that every single like rough call you take, there is a little something. For some, it's a lot. For others, it's just a tiny little bit. And then they say it's nothing, but I can't believe that.
It's always something.
I think there is a little something that leaves you on the hard calls.
Yes.
There's just no way it can't. You don't got to be necessarily super dramatic about it, but at the same time,
we're not superhuman.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
We're still just people.
I'm not.
And if anybody on a job, any job, then they're like, that didn't bother me. Bullshit.
Yeah.
That bothers everyone. If it didn't bother you, you're a sociopath and you need to go get checked.
Yeah, like I'm not all PTSD. You know what I mean? Like I'm not all for it because I think there actually is a window that gets open for abuse of that. Where you need to kind of man up a little bit.
Right.
But I also think that you don't need to be so much of a man up that you can't recognize when you're not well.
Right.
And you can't recognize what it is that you do. Pay respect to what you do by making sure that you're okay.
Ask for help.
Right. You know what I mean? That's how I look at that. And mind you, this is a fire service only statement. I can't imagine pulling the trigger and being in combat and shit like that. So that's a completely different topic. But when it comes to the fire service, man up, you're going to be okay, but you need to definitely ask for help when you're not, right? You need to maintain it. That's how I feel about it.
Right.
So in between, that's how we continue to serve. I don't know. That's how I look at it. I look at it like a service. I tell the guys all the time at the shop, we sell pride, not leather. Because that's what we're doing. Is when you buy a leather shield from us or you buy something from us, we're selling you the opportunity to display your pride, the opportunity to continue to feed into the old school traditions of the fire service. That's why we make things out of leather and not metal.
You guys got to check out Justin's website. What's the website?
Leather.com, baby.
There you go. Plain and simple.
All day. My name is Fitzwater. I make things out of leather.
He is kicking out the most amazing leather work, and it's all hand tooled. Like he's got videos. Check out his Instagram, Facebook page, whatever. And he's got videos. He's actually like hand tooling this shit.
Yeah, we call
it's not stamped. It's not this or that. He is hand painting, hand tooling all of these leather goods.
We are going to start incorporating some automated stuff into it to be able to meet the demand of like whole departments and shit like that. But as far as the custom stuff, one-off, right now especially, it is all handmade. So get it while you can before we start using
get it while you can before it's not handmade no more.
It's not handmade anymore.
I mean, you're doing what? You're doing leather fronts, you're doing radio belts, you're doing...
Yeah, we're doing the radio straps and harnesses.
You still doing the koozies and decanters?
Yeah, still doing koozies
and decanters. A wallet, if you ask him really nicely and you wink at him.
Yeah, you got to wink.
He'll make you a wallet with your name on it.
Yeah. I think I would upon request, but I won't ever put it on the website. That'll be like a friend's thing.
That's what mine was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you sold it a couple of them, but
dude,
other
I
than
got dies to be able to make them too. Like I got the dies to cut them out and shit. I just haven't put them on the website.
That's my legacy. There's a Levi wallet out there.
That is true. It is still there. And Yeah, and then it'll be T-shirts, stickers, and just fire service.
Oh, you
type
got some
stuff.
new stickers that are fire right now.
You like those?
Oh, yes.
Nice, dude.
Oh, yes.
Man, it took me months.
Amazing.
Months to
They're
get it right.
amazing.
This is so much criticism.
Your newest reel of you sticking those on everything,
You like
I
that?
loved it.
Dude, I thought that was a good move. Thank
Everybody
you.
check him out.
Thank you.
Check
I thought
him
that
out.
Was a good...
Shameless plug.
You're the man.
Justin Fitzwater.
Here we are.
I love you, dude.
We're here at your house. I love you too. Let's hang out off camera now.
Let's do that.
You want to end it?
Let's yeah. I'm
What
good.
time is it? Dude?
I don't
my
know.
God. I don't even know either.
We
Whatever.
don't care. It's
Doesn't
my
matter.
show. I do what I want, dude.
Sorry.
It's my show.
This is the most relaxed I've ever been on a podcast.
This has been great.
Usually I've been all tensed up, but you're my friend. So
I hope we didn't lose all of our listeners here in the last 30 seconds of the show.
I don't know.
That's all right.
I think
Well,
it's
with
good.
that, everybody knows, So Dark 30, nothing good happens after midnight.
That's right.
That's right.